Hi there, my name is Jo from Joanne Sumner Wellbeing, and I wanted to jump on this video to really talk about self-care for a moment, and in particular the importance of giving yourself regular retreat time, regular time out. So that's one of my core offerings, is offering retreats, both virtual retreats and in-person retreats. And what I did was I spent some time thinking about the basic principles that I use to ensure that my retreats give you what you need for your mind, for your body, and for your spirit. And that's what I'm going to share with you today, some of that magic. So the first thing is, why do we need regular retreat time? And I'm sure that that's obvious in some ways, and maybe the depth of the need isn't always obvious. So the obvious way is as a step back from all your regular needs, your regular requirements and responsibilities. It gives you that moment to take a step back and actually look at how you're living your life, look at the direction you're going, and knowing whether you need to make corrections or whether you're on course, or indeed just resting, just taking some rest if your normal everyday life is demanding, as it is for so many of us. There are particular needs that we have in terms of learning how to switch off our fight, flight, freeze responses. And the thing here is to know that relaxation is the key. Relaxation is what allows your body to switch back on, rest, digest, and repair. So the key things that we actually need for our health and well-being are switched on by relaxing, which is a lovely prescription, isn't it? So if we're struggling with stress, if we're struggling just with the sheer volume of work that we do, the sheer volume of demand, things that help you relax are actually a tonic for the body in a completely literal and physical sense. You can find out a lot more about that if you want to by looking up the relaxation response, and in particular by looking up coherent breathing, which is a particular type of breath where you breathe in for 5 seconds or you breathe in for a count of 5, and then you breathe out for a count of 5. You breathe in for a count of 5, and you breathe out for a count of 5. It has remarkable benefits for the body, particularly good for cardiac health, but also for maintaining relaxation while still alert. So an alternative breath is breathing in for 3 and breathing out for 7. Breathing in for 3, breathing out for 7. That's called the relaxation breath. There's many different breaths that have that same name, but I hope that you find it useful. What else do you need in terms of making a retreat practice at home? You need space. So a physical space and a mental space. So you need to think about where in your time, in your timetable, you can actually give yourself that mental space, and then set up a physical space that you use for regular timeouts. I want to call it a timeout, even though I know that has particular connotations for parenting. So a particular physical space, but also the mental space. Then you need beauty. And I really can't emphasize how important beauty is. As far as I'm concerned, beauty is essentially a human right. So what would beauty mean for you in a retreat space, in a rest space at home? It might mean a beautiful vase of flowers. It might mean having your oracle cards if you use those. It might mean lighting a candle. It might mean the view. You might sit in the garden for your retreat space. But I want you to know beauty is absolutely critical. And then it's taking time to reflect. Reflect on how life is in a really gentle, kind way. In a way that looks after you, in a way that sets you up to succeed in your learning, in your reflection. And then I would end with a restorative practice. So something like a 15-minute relaxation in which the only goal is rest. So you've done your reflection, maybe you've done some journaling with that, you've considered what changes you might need, you've given yourself the gift of time and space and beauty, and it's time to relax. So I hope you find those thoughts helpful and enjoyable. You can find more at www.joannesumner.com. So that's joannesumner.com. Enjoy your rest.